So on Sunday, March 18th, Spertus is going to inaugurate what for us is a very important high-profile lecture series called Critical Conversations. This was a series funded by a former trustee of ours, the late Eric Joss. It will continue for something like the next 5 to 7 years. And it's designed to bring to the Spertus stage partisan spokespeople who see the world very differently. Our opening event on March 18th will bring 2 former state governors, Jennifer Granholm of Michigan, a Democrat, and Mike Huckabee of Arkansas, a Republican. In a moderated discussion, Frank Sesno, former Washington bureau chief at CNN, will serve as the moderator to talk about a variety of critical issues, critical conversation, the name of the series, ranging from gun control to immigration, with a very significant goal in mind, which is not to convince the audience of anything, but to model a kind of civility in discourse that we know is desperately and tragically missing from the American political arena. The genesis of this project and the reason that we believe critical conversations is so essential is because we find ourselves in an environment, a political environment, a religious environment, a social environment, in which more and more people are unwilling or incapable of engaging in meaningful dialogue, sometimes with their own family members, sometimes with neighbors and business associates. And the reason this is important is not to presuppose that people are going to see the world the same way, but precisely because we seem to be at our most fractured. We believe Spertus can make an important contribution in teaching people how to listen and how to engage in conversation without softening their position, but in a way that respects and doesn't demonize the other. A lot of people ask, why is this a Spertus program? And for us, there's a very important reason. There are woven into the fiber of the Jewish experience an acknowledgement of impassioned argumentation. There's an old quip that goes, 2 Jews, 3 opinions. Part of the Jewish experience for millennia has been a willingness to engage in conversation over serious issues, but in a way that acknowledges and validates the humanity of the other side. It doesn't mean we change our opinions, but it does mean that we avoid the kind of ad hominem, dismissive dialogue that is part of the experience. So we believe that there are things within the Jewish experience and Jewish tradition and the bodies of Jewish literature that can role model civil discussion for the community at large. I hope they will experience people who are well known as partisans, who agree on nothing, who can teach people why they feel the way they feel, can be accorded a respectful audience, some of whom may ask questions to further unpack a perspective, and that the partisan speakers will, in their conversation with each other, find ways to communicate with each other. If that works, which is our hope, and what we have communicated to Frank Sesno, who will have the majority responsibility of curating and moderating this, what I assume will be sometimes contentious discussion, we will offer people a model of discourse that they don't see when they turn on the news, irrespective of what cable channel they watch.